Good morning. Here we are again. Day 8 of my 90-day Facebook Live challenge to myself. David Hinton. Hope you're doing great. Hope everybody had a good weekend and you dads had a great Father's Day. I did. I got phone calls and texts from my two out-of-towners, and my youngest daughter made me a funny card and took us, she bought tickets to go to the movies, and we went and saw The Incredibles 2, and we had a good time, and it was a cute movie, and I would thumbs up on it. Good movie. So today is chapter 7 of The Slight Edge, turning simple disciplines into massive success. So chapter 7, Two Life Paths. He starts with the famous Robert Frost poem about the road not taken. The two roads diverged in a yellow wood. Which path are we on? We're all on a path, and every path is curved, nothing straight. It's either going up or it's going down. If it seems flat or straight, it is an illusion. If you're with the 5%, I don't know if you can see this or not, but if you're with the 5%, you're on the upward path. If you're with the 95%, you're on the downward path. If the slight edge is working for you, it's like the compounding penny example. If you don't understand or choose to ignore the law of compounding interest, your life will look like the bottom half of the graph. The upper half, the 1 out of 20, the ones that end up that the end of their lives are happy and successful. The bottom half, the 95%, who reach their golden years angry and bitter with no clue of how they got there. Okay? So how you view time is critical. Do you view it as an ally or an enemy? He says, if you're doing the simple decisions, time will promote you. If you're doing the few simple errors in judgment, time will expose you. No matter how well you appear to be doing right now, time is the great equalizer. Jeff gives fair warning that those who want to defy gravity and fly like the Wright brothers will have opposition. In fact, they quote that his their dad, Bishop Milton Wright, who was he was a bishop, he at one point in time said if God had meant man to fly, he would have given him wings. He goes on to talk about how many times the average person hears the word no. By the time the average child reaches the age of 5, he or she will have heard no 40,000 times to 5,000 yeses. Most of those no's were very well intentioned and meant to protect. He also references a marketing book where statistics show that in word-of-mouth marketing, the average customer will relay to 3 other people a positive experience. But on the other hand, will relay a negative experience to 33 people. So if you're in the 5%, don't be surprised when the other 95% decide to pull you back down. And reading from the book. Why? Because if you succeed, it reinforces that they are not where they want to be. They know instinctively that there are only 2 ways to make their building the highest building in town. Build an even bigger one or tear all the other ones down. Since the odds against most people building the big one, and the odds are against most people building the big one, and since it takes just too darn long to start seeing any results, and since they are not all aware of the slight edge, they're taking the path of least resistance and going into the demolition business. You can use the slight edge to break free of the downward pull of life and become the best you can possibly be. Or the slight edge will pull you down, keep you down, and eventually take you out of your life. It's up to you. For things to change, you've got to change. For things to get better, you've got to get better. It's easy to do, but it's easy not to do. All right. Blame versus responsibility. All right. The predominant state of mind displayed by those people on the failure curve is blame. The predominant state of mind displayed by those people on the success curve is responsibility. Taking responsibility liberates you. In fact, it is perhaps the single most liberating thing that there is. Even when it hurts, even when it doesn't seem fair, when you don't take responsibility, when you blame others, circumstances, fate, or chance, you give away your power. When you take and retain full responsibility, even when others are wrong or the situation is genuinely unfair, you keep your life's reins in your own hands. The 5%ers who dwell on the upper curve know that there are no excuses. They understand and accept the fact that nobody can do it for them and nobody can do it to them. Wait, let me try that again. They accept the fact that nobody can do it to them and nobody can do it for them. They live by the axiom, if it's going to be, it's up to me. People on the failure curve are masters of blame. They blame everyone and everything. The economy, the government, the oil crisis, the weather, their neighbors, the rich, the poor, the young, the old, their kids, their parents, their bosses, their coworkers, their employees, life itself. He says he met a guy who one time said life is his self-declared philosophy. Life is an unpleasant practical joke which occurs somewhere between birth and death. Close quote. Which side of the curve do you think he's living on? Where do you think he's headed? Past versus future. Wait, hold on. I'm not done yet. Okay, don't complain about what you allow. The people in the upper half of the slight edge curve are the cause of what happens in their life. They view all the forces that brought them to this point, God, parents, teachers, childhood, circumstances, you name it, with gratitude and appreciation and without blame. And they view themselves as the cause for what comes next in life. Are you your own cause? Unsuccessful people blame the slight edge for their life not working. Successful people know that they cannot afford that luxury. Past versus future. The long list versus the short list. I thought this was kind of cute. Where am I? Page 104. Okay. He says, it seems most people live with one foot in the past, saying, only if things had been different, I would be successful. On the other foot in the future, saying, when this or that happens, I'll be happy, successful. And they completely ignore the present, which is all we really have. It's only the decisions that you make in the moment that are slight edge decisions. He said most friends that he knows carry around 2 lists about their spouse and carry these lists in their head. The long list of what's wrong, and they consult that list every day. The short list is the list of what's right. That list they read for the eulogy. People on the success curve don't wait until the funeral. They burn the long list and spend every day reading from the short list. They make themselves experts on what's right and let go of what's wrong. They never hold a grudge, not because it's morally wrong, but because it gets in the way. It slows them down. They're too busy moving forward. The future to be staring, I can't read. They're too busy moving forward towards the future to be staring into the rearview mirror. I know I can't read because I don't have my glasses on. If I had my glasses on, see, I didn't want to look old, but golly, I guess I am. Okay. One of the quickest and most direct routes to getting yourself up and onto the success curve is to get out of the past. Review the past, but only for the purpose of making it better. Review it, understand it, and take responsibility for the errors you've made, and use it as a tool to do differently in the future. And don't spend a great deal of time even doing that. The future is a far better tool than the past. You can't change the past. You can change the future. Would you rather be influenced by something you can't change or something you can? Now, here Jeff asks us to take an honest self-examination. Are you on the upward, on the downward, or the downward curve for these areas of your life? Your health, your personal development, your relationships, your finance, your life itself. Check up or down. Are you up? Are you down? Now, here's the good news. Where you are right now is poised in the present, with the past stretching behind you and the future lying ahead. You can't change the past. You can absolutely change the future. Are you heading up or heading down? Right at this moment and this juncture in your life, you can answer the question either way. At any moment in your life, you can choose to change which side of the curve you are on. Now he says, and I agree with this, you may be having a particular problem in one of these categories. Jeff suggests if you get on the positive side and focus on one category, it will begin to improve the others. So if you're having issues with, say, finance, if you'll concentrate on getting healthier, it will have a natural improvement in that other area. Okay? He says success is in any one of these areas begins to affect all the others too. Improve your health and you improve your relationships. Work on your personal development and you have an impact on your career. Everything affects everything else. He also quotes what he says, the ripple effect. When you create positive improvement in your life, a positive ripple effect is created all around you. You become a better relative, friend, business association, and community member, which in turn creates a bigger positive impact on society than simply the change created in you. When you reach out and positively affect another person through your interactions and words, you create a slight change in that person, who is then more likely to reach out and positively affect someone else. He says, take action now and start casting your positive ripples. Do you have every resource you'll need to accomplish everything you want in life right now? No. Can you put your hands on all the resources right now? No. But you can make a choice and come up. But can you make a choice and come up with a penny? That's all it takes to start. Okay, key points, chapter 7. The truth is, everything is curved. There is no true straight line. Everything is changing, including your life. You're on a journey, your life path. The path is curved. You're curving either upward or downward. Wherever you may be in your own life, understanding the slight edge gives you the tools to start fresh right now and place yourself firmly on the upper curve. All right, well, that's chapter 7, the 2 life paths. Now, it would be extremely easy for me to quit doing this. It took me, 20 minutes to read the chapter and 20 minutes to make a bunch of notes on what I was going to say. And frankly, it was work. You know, I'm sitting here thinking I'm going to do this and it's easy. And it's easy, but I could have easily been cruising Facebook or watching Sports Center or eating or whatever, but I chose to do this. And I'm on day 8. I could easily quit tomorrow. I could have quit today or last week, or I've got 82 days left of this. And I'm sure y'all are all looking forward to it. Eventually I'll finish this book and I'll move on to something else. But easy to do, easy not to do. I want to stay on the path that's going this way. I've been on that one, but like he said, you have a choice every day to switch paths. Well, I chose to switch paths. If you want to switch paths with me, great. Come on. Hope you enjoy this page, and I hope you're enjoying my videos. I thought about this yesterday as I'm uploading these onto YouTube. Assuming YouTube does not go away in years future, this will be something that my kids, grandkids, and who knows, family down the road might see and goes, look, there's David Hinton. What do you know? So there's that aspect to it. So anyway, again, have a great day, and I will talk to y'all later. Nope, I'll talk to you tomorrow.